Well, hello everyone. Welcome to EDU 586 Education Technology. I'm Professor Wood and I'm going to be your professor for this summer session, and I'm so happy to have you with me. I've been teaching for Concordia for quite a while. I've been a teacher in the classroom for going on almost 30 years now, and I love teaching about technology online, and I hope that you will enjoy being in this class. I think these days we can become very overwhelmed with technology. A lot of people just look at the negatives of it, cell phones out in class, or kids texting in class, or social media and the ability to hide behind a screen and be mean to each other. But there's a lot of great things that technology is bringing, and a lot of great ways that you can use it in the classroom. And I think that the thing that you need to remember, because a lot of technology is being thrown at us right now in teaching, and I know people can become very overwhelmed, not only learning new technology, but using it constantly, whether it be Google Classroom or Canvas or PowerSchool or School Loop, or figuring out how to use the Chromebook cards for digital testing or digital textbooks, or using Turnitin for online paper grading. The key to technology is that you have to use it with intent. You have to have your aim or purpose in mind. Otherwise, it's not going to help make things easier for you. It's just going to cause you a lot of stress. So, one of the great things about when you're doing your master's degree is you're forced into having to sit down and study and think about these things. And it really does help, clarify what you want to do in your teaching and how you want to use technology for your own aims and purposes in your classroom. So this week for week one, the learning outcomes, of course, it says communicate through a variety of electronic media, which we're doing right now, interact and collaborate with others using computer-based collaborative tools, create or make use of learning environments inside the classroom as well as in the library, media centers, or computer labs to promote effective use of technology aligned with the curriculum. And one of the first things that I asked you to do this week were to watch two videos: one, 3 Rules to Spark Learning, and Top 10 Reasons to Use Technology. And I think you will find Ramsey Masalam's video quite interesting. Not that you won't find the other one interesting as well, but I really like what Ramsey says about creativity and spark, and how he was pseudo teaching before this life threatening thing happened to him that kind of changed things. And he reminds us that one of the best things about teaching is curiosity. And excuse me for 1 second. And that creates, creativity and spark in a student. And we've all had this experience. I'm closing the window because my cat is yowling to be fed and will continue through this whole video. You will see lots of animals as I teach you. We do rescue here, so this cage is for a squirrel who may pop in, a guest star appearance from now and then. Anyways, back to what I was saying is that, today when we teach, there's so many things that we have to get through. And there are so many things in the book that are scripted. And there are so many things that are required that unfortunately sometimes we can't follow conversations that'll lead to real authentic learning. And so what Ramsey is, saying is that we have to let these students, get them excited, confuse them, make them want to have that spark to learn things. And you don't always find it in the exact curriculum that you're teaching. Sometimes you find that outside of the curriculum. My students right now, they just finished reading Gatsby, and we've been reading the book, listening to the audio. Jake Gyllenhaal reads it, and we've been comparing it to Baz Luhrmann's vision of Gatsby, who the director and screenwriter who wrote the newest Gatsby movie, and listening to his director's notes on why he made choices and what he did. And so now what we're doing is we're going into theories of the Great Gatsby, kind of basically literary conspiracy theories that people have. And there's been a book written on it called, And the Beat Goes On. Anyways, it has been really fun to watch them to throw out theories and not give them too much information, and not let them find too much information right now, and see them all rethinking this book that they thought that they absolutely knew. And all of a sudden, Gatsby is just on everybody's tongue, at school, wherever the kids are. And so we want to find those ways to do that. And it doesn't necessarily come in a script. It usually comes in an authentic moment between, you and the students, where something happens and they become intrigued. And we want to keep them intrigued in education. And technology can often help us with that, of course, because technology is their language. They're the generation of that language. Okay, so you're going to explore some creativity tools this week, and I've listed some that you can look at. I'd like you to pick something that you're not familiar with, or something that you have not created on before. Of course, you could pick something that you do all the time, but try something new, something that sparks your interest. And so you're going to be working on that. Remember that you've got your discussion board. And in the discussion board, for those of you that have done Concordia classes before, you know that your initial response should be posted by Thursday, and that you receive 6 points for your initial response and 2 points for each peer response, up to 2 responses, so 4, and that's how you get your 10 points. Your peer responses should be posted on or before Sunday evenings, 11:59 p.m. However, I do like you to post earlier on those responses if you can. Not that you won't meet the requirements by posting at 9, 10, or 11, but that's not much of a conversation if you post that late. So if you can get it in a little bit earlier, that would be wonderful. So this week, your week 1 assignment is What's New About Me presentation. All of the directions are listed there, and I'm sure you can figure it out just from the title what that's going to be. I've already told you a little bit about me. I've been teaching almost 30 years. I'm a musician. I was signed to Hollywood Records as a singer-songwriter before I was teaching full-time. I rescue animals, of course. Like I said, I have a squirrel right now. I also have a pet pig who's about 240 pounds. Hopefully he won't wander in while I'm doing a recording, but I can't promise you that. I take care of my 90-year-old mom, who's on the other side of the house right now. She had a terrible fall in November and fractured her femur. Unfortunately, it also progressed her dementia. So, we're dealing with that and the changes that made in my world. And but it's okay. There's moments of joy still, even while we're dealing with such a sad thing as, dementia and Alzheimer's. But anyways, that's a little bit about me. And best way to contact me is by email through the Gmail. I'm pretty quick. I usually get back to you within 24 hours. If it's something that you feel is quite urgent, then feel free to text message me on my phone number. Phone calls are really hard because I have my phone off during the school day, and then in the evenings when I'm not doing check-ins with the college class, I'm taking care of my mama right now. So email is first choice best, text is second, and of course I'm always here for you. And please remember that even when I'm not your professor in this class, if you have other classes at Concordia that you need my assistance on, then please feel free to ask. I'm happy to be here for you. So I hope you have a wonderful first week. I want you to remember to try to relax as much as you possibly can while you're doing this class. All brain-based research shows that if you're stressed, you're not doing a really good job of absorbing things there. So try to relax, enjoy learning something new as you're moving forward, towards your master's. And I will talk to you soon. Have a wonderful week. Bye-bye.